And welcome back. It's time for Healthy Living. Many people are still working from home, and a lot of kids are learning from home too.
That means clutter can build up fast. Carrie Offenstein from Two Roads Wellness Clinic joins us to talk about decluttering and how that can help your mental health. Good morning, Carrie.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
So I
It's
think
nice and hot out.
decluttering can help anybody, really.
Absolutely. It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, especially right now, no one needs extra stress in their lives right now. And, having that constant stress of clutter, that's the last thing that anyone needs.
I know personally, my big concern is just where do I start? Where would you recommend starting?
I think that's a really good question. And I think one of the main things to focus on is what you want out of your space. So, obviously, there are a lot of great models for decluttering. There are a lot of blogs out there, different frameworks to work with. But I think that everyone really needs to try to hone in on what particular strategy works best for them and for their space. That might be, a huge overhaul. It might be a little bit of cleaning each day. Whatever works best for your life, that's the right way to go.
So how can this actually benefit our mental health?
Yeah, there's so many ways that decluttering can benefit our mental health. I mean, something that a lot of people don't realize is that, our brain is kind of always scanning the environment for danger and stress and anything that it sees as a threat. And, we don't necessarily have to run away from a lion in the desert or anything right now. But when we look around, even subconsciously, and our brain picks up on all these different clutters and things that are out of place, it registers those things as a stressor to try to deal with. And when we don't, it just kind of piles up as continual stress. And that's terrible for our mental health.
For somebody who's been putting off decluttering their home or maybe a spare bedroom or even some closets as well, can you give us an idea of what some of those health benefits really are when it comes to decluttering?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, decluttering, it frees up our brain space. It takes down stress. Experts are finding a direct link between clutter and cortisol levels in our body, which is a
Huh.
stress hormone. And yeah, it's really incredible to know how much when we get our space clean and organized, how much weight that really takes off of us, and like I said, I mean, everybody needs that clear shot of not stressing out right now, at least in our lives, like in our home lives. It can take away depression, it can alleviate anxiety. There's just, the list is never ending of benefits.
Most definitely. And you mentioned whatever works good for you in particular, but do you have any tips in particular on how you can start doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's always helpful to start small. So one great strategy that I heard that works really well for someone close to me is that they throw one thing away a day. And so whether that is an actual piece of trash that they find in their house, or it could be something that they just don't want anymore and so they give it away, or even you could think of it as just putting one thing back in its place. But when you zero down and you make it small like that, it builds and then it becomes a habit, and then that's when it's not something that you have to think so hard about. It's just something that you can do.
Is there a specific time of the day that we should be kind of tidying up our space, or is it just, give yourself 5 minutes a day maybe to clean things up?
That's a really great question. I would honestly say both. I think that the 5 minutes a day strategy is really helpful. A lot of people find that if they just, a certain amount of time, maybe you have 15 every day, or maybe you just have 5 in the morning or whenever you can do it, and you just tidy up just as much as you can in that 5 minutes. But McLeod, that's a good question. If I would say go with whatever works best for you. I'm a night owl. I have more energy at night. And so sometimes in the evening is when I clean up. But if you're a morning person and you get up much earlier than everybody else, that's a perfect time of day to do it.
Until the kids get up and ruin it.
Tear it up.
Then you got to do it again. Carrie, thanks so much. Great tips this morning. We appreciate your time.
Oh, always. I love coming on.
Have a great Tuesday.